afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the new now, where hybrid learning is the new trend, and school and students are geared up for homeschool learning. Today, we are here to know about the Unit 1 of Organizational Management, which is going to be very beneficial for us in the future. But before anything else, let me introduce myself first. My name is Glenn Ituglasan. I am currently connected in decade as Teacher 1 of Hayun ESLT. So let's begin. The term organizational development was coined by Richard Backyard in the mid-1950s. Organizational development is an acronym of two words. In other words, organization and development. Organization, a social unit of people that is structured and managed to meet a need or to pursue collective goals. Development, the systematic use of scientific and technical knowledge to meet specific objectives or requirements. Organization development is a deliberately planned effort to increase an organization's relevance and viability. Organizational development is the framework for change, and oftentimes a manager helps to lead this change. Organization development is known as both a field of applied behavioral science focused on understanding and managing organizational change, and as a field of scientific study and inquiry. OD is a systematic learning and development strategy intended to change the basics of beliefs, attitudes, and relevance of values and structures of the current organizations to better absorb disruptive technologies, market opportunities, and ensuing challenges and chaos. According to Middlemist and Hent, define organizational development as a systematic means for planned change that involves the entire organization and is intended to increase an organizational effectiveness. Cumming and Hus define OD, a system-wide application of behavioral science knowledge to the planned development and reinforcement of organizational strategies, structures, and processes for improving an organization's effectiveness. Benis Warren defined organizational development is a response to change, a complex educational strategy intended to change beliefs, attitudes, values, and structures of organizations so that they can better adapt to new technologies, markets, and challenges, and the diseasing rate of change itself. Cumming and Worley define organization development is a systematic or system-wide application of behavioral science knowledge to the planned development and reinforcement of organizational strategies, structures, and processes for improving an organization's effectiveness. Historical background of OD. There are four major streams of OD. First, T group. The second is survey feedback technology. Third is action research. And the fourth is productivity and quality of work life. The T group or laboratory training, participants learn from their own action and the groups involving dynamics. Second, developing reliable questionnaires, collecting data from personnel, analyzing it for trends, and feeding the result back to everyone for action planning. Third, diagnosing, taking action, rediagnosing, and taking new action. The last one, integrate social requirements of employees with technical requirements needed to do work in provided environment. Revolutionary values and beliefs of OD. Organic system or mutual confidence and trust rather than mechanical system or authority to obedience. That was Warren Bennis. According to Richard Backyard, basic units of change are groups, not individuals. Away from resisting and feeding individual differences toward accepting and utilizing them. That's Robert Tannenbaum. Radical departure from accepted values and beliefs of 1960s. Trust and respect for individual. Open communication. Decentralized decision making. Collaboration and cooperation. Appropriate use of powers. Authentic interpersonal relationship. History of organization development. Laboratory training. Survey research feedback. Action research. Productivity quality of work life. That's the current OD practice. Laboratory training background. Laboratory training began in 1946 when Kurt Lewin was asked for help in research on training community leaders. A workshop was developed and the community leaders were brought together. At the end of each session, the researchers discussed the behaviors they had observed. Thus, the first day group was formed in which people reacted to data about their own behavior. The researchers drew two conclusions about the first day group experiment. Feedback about group interaction was a rich learning experience. The process of group building had potential for learning that could be transferred to back-home situations. Applying team group techniques to organizations gradually became known as team building. Action research and survey feedback background. The action research contribution began in 1940. The research needed to be closely linked to the actions. A collaborative effort was made to collect the organizational data.